Hi, my name is Kenneth Erickson for round three. I believe from the Wrestlecon. I didn't put. I seen posted. Yeah, my hair is all perfect now. It's 5:30 in the evening. Yes, it's not. I'm not up all night. It's a perfect day. Oh, let's get to the event. I've been posting about Wrestlecon coming March 27th, March 28th. Yes, it is WrestleMania weekend coming up. Actually, it's gonna be next weekend. Uh, Apparently you seen my last videos. Was kind of tired. You probably couldn't hear me that much. Videos kind of synced out. My my obsession with AJ Styles, of course, is the reason why I wish he'd come. But I could cut that out for a while. We all know that he's more expensive to get. If he comes, he comes. If he don't. Always an opportunity to meet him some other time. Um, uh, let's get to some sponsors. I'm not sponsored because I'm no big guy. I'm just a fan, by the way. Just a big, huge fan. But I do want you to recognize what I did say about the podcast that I listen to. We have, if you go to podcast one, you have Talks with Jericho. You have Piper's Pit. You have Steve Austin's show and Unleashed show. You have the Ross Report on Wednesdays. And, you know, you never know. Apparently, when this past week, Roddy Piper was mentioning to Mick Foley that he may come down to San Jose and be on might be at WrestleCon. He says for free. So try to get Piper. You know, um, there's a guy. That's a legend right there, Hall of Famer right there. We never know who we're gonna see. You know, but like I said, I'm no booker. I'm just a fan. So I like to shout out to everybody. To my friends from out there FSP world. Fighting Spirit Pro Wrestling is my indie wrestling that I live close to. Um, the wrestling organization comes out here in Atwater, California. Check out that site, www.fightingspiritpro.com. Great wrestling organization out here in the valley. It's the closest wrestling event I'm going to. I ain't gonna go to no WWE event. Forget that. You know, why spend over $100 for a front row seat when get it for $20? Just saying. Okay, let's get to the matches itself. Not matches right now. I mean the official guest prop. Last person I mentioned was Gorgeous George for my last video. Of course, like I told you, She managed with Medusa in the WCW days with Macho Man Randy Savage. So next I have Tammy Snitch, not Snitch, Sitch, aka known as Sunny. If you go to my timeline, I already met Sunny, but she'll be there at WrestleCon. WWE Hall of Famer, nice girl, pretty exciting to meet her again. And the most attractive WWE woman's, I say, her and Sable were the start of the Divas division, the queens of the Divas division, and none other than Tori Wilson. Um, you know, Tori Wilson will be there at WrestleCon. Uh, the information about these women are gonna be, Sunny. She'll be there on Friday and Saturday. So check out the when you click on their picture on official guest, it will pop up how much the autographs are. Of course, I'm not gonna go through the autograph sessions. I'm not gonna tell you how much they are. Just telling you when they're gonna be there. You know. So they'll be. Sunny will be there on Friday and Saturday. Uh, Tori Wilson, I believe it's Saturday only. I'm not. I'm clicking on it right now. Yeah, she's a Saturday only from 10 a.m. to 4. So she'll be there. Um, one of the hottest divas, former WCW women's managed by she was dating with Ric Flair's son first, and then David Flair, and then she went with Billy Kidman, and then when WCW got owned by Vince McMahon, that's when she was into the WWE, along with Stacy Keibler. Stacy Keibler's not on here, by the way. It'd be another surprise. Um, oh man, who can you have other than the WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, appearing Friday only. You know, yeah, he's on Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and he'll be there. The reason why I'm kind of disappointed is because I'm only going up Saturday the 28th, but it's not a big disappointment because there's more to the event on the 28th than there is on the 27th, because there's a wrestling show that night. And plus, I don't have enough funds to say, hey, let's go Friday and then get a motel and then go Saturday, and I just can't afford. To me, that's like $1,000 ticket right there. To me, so money wise, so I can only afford half of it, which is like $300 to me. Let's see. And oh man, what about this guy? WWE, former WWE superstar, recently left WWE. He's now in AA. Went down to Mexico and joined the AA. He's going to be on Lucha Underground pretty soon. He's fighting everywhere now. Then I'm talking about Rey Mysterio Jr. Yeah, former WCW, ECW, WWE superstar, and he'll be at Wrestlecon. Well, yeah, Friday only. I don't know why he's not gonna be there Saturday. I wish he could wrestle on Saturday night. To me, he's not. It doesn't say if he's wrestling, so it'd be nice if he wrestled Saturday night for the wrestling event. But he only got him for Friday. Maybe because he's obligated to be somewhere else, or that weekend. Maybe he's got to go to Access. Maybe that's what it is. He's got to sign over there. Because he's not WWE. Maybe his contract says he's got to be there. Old WWE contracts state that he has to be there. So, I don't know. That's what's going on. But if I look at this, and I look like I'm kind of fading out or something, I'll redo this. So message to me, redo it if I don't do a good job. We have this woman has recently had a child and was gonna go back to the WWE, but the problem was that her schedule with the WWE wouldn't allow her to have a child on board with her as she go on. WWE schedule is tight. So rumors said she was coming to the WWE. No, she went back to TNA, and that woman, of course, is Mickie James, and she will be there. She will be there, but there's no official day or date. She'll be there. I'm hoping she'll be there both Friday and Saturday. That'd be nice. She'll be there with her husband Magnus. That'd be nice. Because apparently I kind of did ruin it because Magnus is on the. But I will get to Magnus. But apparently here and Magnus are definitely going to be there. So kind of let the bag out for Magnus. But hey, if we're going to bring Mickie James, why not bring her husband? Yes, Magnus is Mickie James' husband. So if haven't watched TNA lately, then or haven't heard rumors, then that's on you. I'm just confirming. Just a fan, people. Just a fan. And then, man, when you haven't been doing a YouTube video for a while, and that was back in February when I did it. This is what March 17th right now. It's they do have a lot of people. Um, man, this guy's picture, my goodness, I know he's getting up there in age, man. And of course, it says he's only on Friday. He's in Lucha Underground. He's kind of a manager there. Former WCW, NWO Wolfpack member. Former United States WCW United States champion. Didn't go to WWE. He went to TNA, and joined with LAX as his group LAX, and he managed it. Yes, and I am talking about Conan, you know, and Orale, you know, La Raza, yeah. So Conan will be there Friday. I'll be missing on him, and I'm only going up with two of my friends that are going up there. You know, I have I only got tickets for the wrestle. Apparently the wrestling event is sold out online apparently, but apparently I don't know if the $40 walk-ins are still available. I don't know if there's going to be. I'm pretty sure that's going to be like a big place, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be seats behind. But everything from row 1 through 8 are all sold out. But I definitely got that ticket for my three friends, me and my two friends I'm taking with. So make sure this is a big event. Like I said, I'd like to give a shout out to all my Fighting Spirit Pro members. I'm trying to get your names out there. You guys probably be wrestling at King of Indies. That's where you can find some of the stars. If you go to that site, some of the stars for Fighting Spirit Pro will go to King of Indies. I'd like to give a shout out to JP. This ain't just a Wrestlecon, not just a Wrestlecon thing I'm doing. This is who I am, and I want to give a shout out for everybody who thinks all I'm talking about is Wrestlecon. Well, Fighting Spirit Pro is also my my home wrestling organization I like watching. But this just gives me opportunity. This Wrestlecon just gives me opportunity to go out and meet the people who I never met. So it's always great to have wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. Why am I, and everybody's saying, why don't you go to WrestleMania? Why don't you go to Access? Well, apparently, one, I don't live on a high income like everybody else. Two, the tickets are going to be outrageously expensive. And three, why would I want to sit up in the high bleachers when I could watch it at home for $9.99? Just saying. Or go to this event the day before. Go to a wrestling event where I'm in the 8th row. Get to watch Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy go against RVD and Sabu in a main event. And besides, I want to watch pro wrestling. I don't want to watch stupid promos. To me, WWE ain't that exciting to me that much. I'm sorry, it doesn't excite me that much. I've been to 4 different Raws. I've been to a couple pay-per-views. I've been to a Royal Rumble. So I'm not missing out on anything from WWE. And apparently, shout out to Vince McMahon. Hey, I think you owe me some money, buddy. If you don't remember, I got screwed out of a SmackDown event. If you guys remember about the Kurt Angle doing the milk truck thing in Sacramento, that combined SmackDown with Raw. And the night of that Raw, I didn't get notice that when I went to the next day, me and my dad went out to the event, and we only seen 15 people, no cars. It's because they moved it to Monday. And I spent $150, and I couldn't get my refund because I did it over the phone. Yeah. Over the phone, people. Back in the day, it was you don't really have American Online that much. I didn't really have a computer with me that much to go online and get the tickets from Ticketmaster and stuff. I had to do it over the phone. So yeah, $150. Would have been nicer for the Rock Arena to just like give us a refundable, come for the next event that comes out when they come back to Arc Arena. So yeah, kind of pissed about that. You know. So yeah, some reasons why I don't care for WWE that much. But I do love the wrestlers from WWE. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be going to Wrestlecon if I didn't see all these people that are former WWE superstars. You know. Like I said, Mickey James, Conan. Oh man, why not meet WWE Diva Hall of Famer Trish Stratus? Will definitely be there at WrestleCon. We have a Team of Beasties package here. You can meet Trish and Lita in a Team of Beasties package. I'm looking at it right now. There's one thing I will say about autographs on here would be the Team of Beasties package, which you shouldn't miss out. It's a photo op $30 each, and if you purchase a combo for only $50, there will be no preset. You can purchase autographs and photo ops for $30 each, which is like $60. Purchase a combo for only $50, and you get both Trish and Lita's autograph in one Team of Beasties package. Yeah. But apparently, I probably won't get the Team of Beasties package because my sister doesn't really like Trish. She likes Lita, so I'm only getting Lita for my sister. So I don't know, but if I have to, I'll take both pictures with Trish and Lita to do the combo. So do the photo op with both girls, and then have Lita sign one autograph photo to my sister. And maybe, do, both. I don't know. Maybe, it's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do. So yes, WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. And of course, when I did mention Lita from the last YouTube video. So, check it out. Exciting. And people say, why don't you want to get Trish Stratus? Well, it's not me, it's my sister. I didn't say I didn't want to get Trish Stratus. I'll get Trish Stratus. Like I said, Magnus will definitely be there. I don't think they updated his status about him and Trish Stratus. Him and Mickey James, they really updated for what day they're coming, but they'll be there. So, Magnus and Mickey James. So get that going. We have a TNA superstar, James Storm. Yes, from Beer Money. I can always play the songs if you want me to. Like go through. I could do this like a whole totally different. Message to myself. Do you want to do it through? If you decide in that second record, do it then. You could just do the interest music. Download all of it. And then every time you say something, we'll do the, But this is just a test. So, yeah, James Storm, Friday and Saturday. Also be on the super ticket. TNA, I miss Beer Money. I don't like the way James Storm is doing with Revolution. I think he's just getting too much attention from not getting his championship title shot, from TNA. So he wants to come up with this Revolution to kind of get him in the style picture. You don't pull this like a stable like an Evolution, a DX or an NWO to where you didn't get the title and you're going to come up with your own organization so you could be number one and hopefully get a title shot. It's called an invasion, and I don't like that's old. It's getting old, So, but I liked it when James Storm and Bobby Roode was tag team champions for a long time. They were breaking records, man. So, I met this guy back in 2011 Well, no, I met him last year. Well, I did meet him 2007 actually. I got a picture with him, but I actually met him and I got an autograph. This guy's Gangrel, you know. Gangrel, you know. Of course, he'll be there Saturday. I think. Yeah, Saturday, yep. Of course, his autographs are a little cheap too. So, when you look at these, go through these official guests, kind of, and you are wanting to go and meet these guys, and you're only going to bring so much, I would suggest kind of choose wisely on who you're going to meet. You know, because they're going to keep adding and adding until the event. This might be the last time they're going to add. I hope this isn't, because I want that guy, AJ Styles, to be there. You know, so or any like I say, any Bullet Club member. I don't care. I don't care if it's the Young Bucks. I don't care if it's the Machine. I don't care if or recent. Hey, we may have a Bullet Club member. I mean, who does remembers Cody Hall joining the Bullet Club? Shoot, Scott Hall might bring his son. I'm just saying. He's not booked, but I'm just saying, because I'm not no booker. I'm just, maybe, may never know, So Wrestlecon, sees my thing. Just kind of call me, or just go to my Facebook and message me, at Kenneth Erickson, or at Kenneth Erickson Twitter. That's my Twitter account. So go to my Facebook. I'll add you. So Facebook, whoever's listening to this post, just do it. If I go over the line, I could, let me know. If you're gonna have some ECW guys, why not Al Snow? Yeah, head. This is one guy who I thought, yeah, he came as a rocker, as a former rocker, and I wouldn't say, he was a new rocker, so let's say a new former rocker, and then he goes off and starts doing this craziness with his doll-less head. This is one guy who, I don't know, I think some guys' gimmicks, I don't find. Some wrestlers who I don't think has it to take to become are just wasting their time. And I thought Al Snow wasted his time, with the head thing, I think if he was, more aggressive or heel, I think it was. But the craziness just drove him to where he was just doing stupid stunts. And yeah, ECW is awesome. I can't deny that. So, hold on, let me take a little drink and be right back. Good for the cause. I guess Steve Austin listening to these podcasts, swig for the working man, and swig for the, you hear Ross doing the same thing with his diet. Apparently I'm cheating. I mean, I'm drinking Pepsi, I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be drinking Pepsi and saying that swig for the working man, because we're supposed to all be going on diets. And yes, I'm supposed to be going on diets too. So, Ross, I'm taking your word for it. I'm going to catch up on what you're drinking. You said you switched from peach tea to whatever that is. I might take your word on it, Jim. Good old JR on the Ross Report. Check him out. Tell you folks, all these podcasts, you want to know about wrestling. You want to know about the insides and outsides of wrestling, man. I tell you, the stories that Steve Austin and Ross and get these legends on here and talk about wrestling. Hey, man, that's a good opportunity to kind of learn about wrestling, what they do behind the scenes, what they do behind, on road trips, what they talk about. It's interesting, And people say, well, I already know about wrestling. I don't until I don't know, unless you're a wrestler, unless you live that life, I wouldn't be saying anything. So, well, wrestling's fake. Yeah, I hate, that's just, I can't say hate. I just dislike the saying that people think it's fake and they think it's, you know, uh, I don't like it. I don't like the, well, any wrestling fan does not like the word fake. Any wrestler does not like the word fake in wrestling. So, I remember a long time ago, like I said, I think I said this a while back on one of my YouTube videos about Ric Flair saying that that him and Harley Race went to a bar and a couple guys started talking talking shit about the business and right in front of Harley Race. Harley Race told Ric Flair, "Watch this." Man, all Ric Flair said, I think Ric Flair announced that all he saw was bodies going off around the whole entire room. I don't know. Maybe that's what it looked like. Maybe it looked like a big old bar scene or like a roadhouse or something. You know, or like Smoking the Bandit 3, where you see where he goes, where Cletus goes inside. When he's playing Bandit, he goes in the bar, he throws people out the windows. I see Harley Race doing that to all the haters who hates wrestling. So I think that'd be funny, man. Um, I like to see I like to see, say it's fake. I like to see you be put in the ring, and then like to see about 15 wrestlers go around you like a Royal Rumble and just beat up all you like, just like Sod when he did the Royal Rumble, and you know, big old raving guy goes like this, and then all of a sudden you got 15 guys kicking his ass, throwing him out the ring. I love that Royal Rumble. I think it was Royal Rumble 2008. I think that I don't know. I think it was one of the earlier Royal Rumbles. I'm not remember. 2004, 2005. I don't remember now. It's one of those. Um, Maybe it was 2005. Yeah. So let me see here. So we have Al Snow. No, in my opinion, with Al Snow, like I said, the gimmick with the head, it doesn't attract me, man. It didn't, I mean, not, it didn't, like, pull me into his, persona, to me, I thought it was stupid, you know. But now, what is he doing? He's security guard for TNA. Yeah, and he's doing the boot camp, and he's doing it. But in the boot camp, he was a mean Al Snow. I like that, I like the aggression that he did. I like that character. I don't like the crazy character. But if Al Snow's watching this, hey man, that's your character. I'm willing to meet you. You know. I just don't like the character you chose, and that's just my opinion. Well, hey folks, we all have the rights to our opinions. Okay. You may say something just to over our opinions, but we just have our opinions. And I respect other people's opinions. I'm not gonna down anybody's opinions because of what they say. Who do we have now? I'm just stuck on Al Snow here. Okay, we have. Oh my goodness. One word: Santa Claus. This guy. If you haven't seen Netflix, he got his own Santa Claus situation. And if you know what I'm talking about, Santa Claus as a wrestler, and you talk about, and his daughter's gonna be there, Noel, Noel, or I guess he named her Noel, I think, because he looks like he's a big Christmas guy. But if you want to talk about wrestling in his persona, my gosh, this guy might as well take the word hardcore and live with it. Any other wrestler, I mean, nobody is more hardcore than the legend. And yes, I'm talking about Mick Foley. And his daughter is going to be there. And did I mention earlier that he was talking about coming to San Jose and doing a show? Well, if you go to Piper's Pit and you download for free, just click on it. And listen to like a little 30-minute segment, and he'll talk about, who's coming to San Jose and having Roddy Piper coming. Maybe Roddy Piper will show up. But we might see a show from him. You never know. He's gonna be at Wrestlecon. Get some information from that guy. Okay, yes, I'm gonna go to his package because this guy has an extremely expensive package. The Mick, you can get a pack. You can get a deal with Mick and Noel Foley together, as you know, as one. You know, you get the three faces of Foley. Maybe he's got like suits that he puts on when you get his, you know, the Foleys will be the vendor guests at Steel Cage signing and will appear on Friday from 10 a.m. 3 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Autographs from Mick will be $40 each. Photo ops with Mick will be $40 each. So yeah, an $80 value, man. That's expensive. Just for a picture and a autograph. But you can't deny. I can't go against how much he says. This guy right now is traveling all around the world. He needs the money. He does. That's a lot of gas, people. Gas is striking a high, dude. He's over there doing comedy shows. Yeah, he went from from now to comedy. And people say he's hella hilarious. Maybe we'll see a show Saturday or Friday if you guys are over there. Like I said, this is WrestleMania weekend. This goes with Access. This goes with Hall of Fame ceremony that night. This goes with WrestleMania weekend. Autographs from Noel will be $20 each. Like I said, $20 each, which would be $40 value with Noel. Yeah, funny how Noel's getting as much as her father. Like, that's just amazing. And she's not even a wrestler. She's just there like his little elf. If you don't remember, in the WWE, on one of the WWE shows, you see Mick Foley dressed up as Santa Claus, and his daughter's right there as the elf. It's just cool. Three Faces of Fear for one photo op and autograph with Cactus Jack. Same with Mankind You Love. So if you click on the neck, click here, which I'm going to do right here. If you follow me, like I said, Three Faces of Foley is $99 value. That's $100, people. You will receive a photo op with Mankind You Love and Cactus Jack, as well as an autograph from each person. So, if you want to get all the faces, it's going to cost you $100. Ugh, can't do it. I have obligations. I can't afford it. But if I've been to a wrestling fan fest a couple times, and they kind of, I don't think they discourage you for just going up there and say hi to the guy, even if you're in line not getting an autograph. I mean, can I at least go say hi to the guy, just to meet him? Can't do, it's just just, I may not be an autograph, or I just want to talk to him. Give me that little 5 minutes, we gotta sign something. Well, just give me that little 2-minute talk. I know I might spend $40 just to get out from a picture. I don't know. That's just too expensive, man. Just for me, dude. I live on a low budget, and $300 all I'm bringing. You got a budget really bad on who you're gonna meet, man, over there at Wrestlecon. And don't forget, if you go to Access and try to meet all the wrestlers who are gonna charge you left and right, even by getting in the place, I don't know. Rumor said that there was like a $200 value getting into that place because of Randy Orton and was it Daniel Bryan 150 package. I don't know. Maybe that's why it was costing to get it. I don't know. Maybe it was costing to get it about $60 and then just get their autographs. I don't know what it was. But all I know is that WrestleCon's only 31, so online anyways, and that's still going, people. Order your tickets now. My video swig of the Pepsi. So Mick Foley, Noel Foley, definitely gonna be there. Okay, let's see here. Like I said, Mick Foley, the Hardcore Legend, WWE Hall of Famer. 10 He did mention that there's another face he was. He was Commissioner Foley. So let's see if he wants to cut his hair as Commissioner Foley. Yeah, right. We'll get him a like one of those wigs that he kind of has like a, to put over his head or something like that. Make his hair look short. That'd be funny. So, well, he was in TNA as like a manager or some kind, or executive director. Talent, I don't know. He was TNA, didn't last long. One thing about TNA, it was great having all these big names coming in there, especially with the main event Mafia and everything. But then Hogan came in there. We thought that Hogan was going to be a change, but don't change the environment, don't change the ring. For one thing, keep the ring six-sided. That was different. It brings in different. We want different wrestling. We want to see high flying. We want to see all the lucha and X Division stuff going on with the wrestlers. That was different. That's what made we wanted guys like Samoa Joe, and AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Kazarian. Like I said, man, I those are the four guys that helped build, including Jeff Jarrett, helped build TNA to where it was. And then they moved to Destination X, got dumped out by Spike TV, go to Destination X. Not Destination X. That's their pay-per-view. Destination America. They're not, I don't know. I don't see a year going with them because, first of all, you lost your top talent that helped build the company. I'm going to say that Samoa Joe's going to go from, he's already in ROH, but he's going to go to WWE. AJ Styles left and went to New Japan Wrestling and doing way better than he was doing in TNA. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian are also on ROH. So, and besides, ROH is combined with New Japan Wrestling. Speaking of Joe going to WWE, I think that's a bad idea. Really. I think it's a bad idea. I think he should stay with ROH. I think there's more opportunity. I think he should go to Japan. I think he should go wrestle in Japan. Not again, it's WWE, but does he look like he has a chance in there? I mean, we got Kevin Owens. He's doing good in NXT right now. So, not downing NXT at all. I like NXT. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Joe will be perfect in NXT. I mean, God. I haven't been watching NXT for, Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville, and then we got Kevin Steen. Hey, I'm going to call him Kevin Steen. I don't care if you call him Kevin Owens or whatever. He wouldn't be known as Kevin Steen in my book. Just like if AJ Styles went to Japan and went to WWE and they changed his name, he will always be AJ Styles. So, Samoa Joe, I don't know. I'm kind of flipped between him going to WWE. I don't think he's ever. I don't know. Do you think he's going to be a main roster guy? Do you think he can make it to the Raw? I mean, for his size, he looks like he can. But hey, you could say that. Everybody said that about Kevin Steen. But he's doing good. I mean, he's right now. But do you think Kevin Steen will reach that next level? Will he go to main event? Will he go to SmackDown? Will he go to Raw? So it's hard to get up there, man. It's WWE is what it is, but the money. That's all it is. That's all WWE is. The money. In my book, to a wrestling fan, I don't think I don't think wrestlers should care about the money. I think wrestlers should care about fans, because us fans is what makes us watch you guys, and us fans is what brings in the money. And that's why I kind of hate about WWE is because they're not really, yeah, we're called the universe, but why do you call us, we're fans also. We're not just the universe, we're fans. So, and we shouldn't be downgraded as fans, because a fan can make a difference. We have a fan for the first time ever, in the Hall of Fame, and you guys don't recognize it. It's Connor. Little Connor, a fan who got in there with Triple H and pinned him 1, 2, 3. But the fans is what makes wrestling wrestling. Okay, not just the wrestlers that are getting paid, not the bookers, but the fans that comes and sees it is like, oh man, and wants them to keep. And that's what keeps us going. Is that we want to see more. We want to see, we want to see what happens next. We want to, what. Personally, I could get involved in the thing. I like to express my opinions to it, but sometimes I can't because you give an idea to a promoter, they're not gonna listen to you because they got their own thing. No offense to JP, shout out to JP. Um, but as a fan, I'm a fan. Fans should make a difference, and that's why I don't like how storylines are brought to wrestling sometimes, because that's all they're basing on is mostly storyline and not wrestling. I want to see wrestling, you know. So that's my kind of squared off a little bit off of it, but that's my opinion. Man. Mm-hmm. Kevin Sullivan, people. Did he really do it? I kind of, I think I mentioned this back on my other YouTube channel video about opinionated about the death of Chris Benoit. And there was rumor that the rumors kept flying about Kevin Sullivan going in there and actually played a big part about the death of Chris Benoit and his wife and stuff. But is it true? Is it true? And I don't think it is true. I don't think it is true. Character-wise, Kevin Sullivan was, had feuds with Chris Benoit back in the 1997 Super Brawl. Had feuds with Chris Benoit, but I don't know. Death matches. Just I don't think they had that. I don't think that turned real. That kind of turned real. I think it's just playing. And them saying, Kevin, trying to take that storyline and take Kevin Sullivan because they had that death match doesn't mean that Kevin Sullivan actually went in there and caused it. That was my theory about maybe somebody set it up, but I don't think the rumors about Kevin Sullivan going there is real. No. I believe it was just some guy trying to get into their house, and when he was on the phone talking to Chavo Guerrero, and I think somebody came in and planned it to look like it. Maybe it was a hated fan, Maybe it was a fan who did it, You never know. Maybe it was a fan who was jealous and just wanted to get, find out where he lived and wanted to set the whole thing up to make it look like an accident. I don't know. You could say, oh no, he really did kill his wife. Yeah, he killed his son. You could opinionate as much of the Chris Benoit saga as much as you can. So, that's just my opinion. Just let me know what you guys think about the Chris Benoit conspiracy. You can message me at Facebook at or just Twitter me at the Facebook and just let me know about the Chris Benoit situation. What do you guys think? Is it a setup or did he actually do it? It's up to you. Was Kevin Sullivan involved from the rumors? So, and then another note, what about the accusation against Lex Luger about him killing Elizabeth when it didn't happen? Hey, women get to do drugs easily as men. She could have overdosed easily. So, blame it on Lex Luger, saying that Lex Luger gave her the drugs. It's just another, another thing. It doesn't look like Lex Luger's in jail. Lex Luger's gonna be at Wrestlecon, He's also going to be another package up here pretty soon. Well, like I said, Lex Luger is going to be there on Friday. But remember, people, don't just go up there and ask how these things happen. They're not there to listen to what happened about the events of like Chris Benoit or Elizabeth. Don't go up to Lex Luger and say, "Hey, what happened between Elizabeth?" And don't go up to Kevin Sullivan on the report on the rumors of him killing Chris Benoit, because you know what? That's too touchy. It's too touchy. Gotta watch out what you say about these wrestlers. Right now, I'm catching my mouth on it right now. So, because I was opinionated on it. Oh, okay. Oh man. You know this guy who teamed with Steamboat, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, back in WCW days when Steve Austin was actually with Hollywood Blondes. The Hollywood Blondes feuded with Steamboat and this guy, and in a long 1993 run, 1992, 93 run, it's pretty intense tag team championship matches, man. They gone at it. Pulling off all the great tag team matches, but man, one match I remember so well, and I had it taped, and I love it, is the 1993 reunion in Slamboree when, yes, I'm talking about Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas and Ricky Dragon Steamboat versus the Hollywood Blondes in a steel cage match. And man, I loved it when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat climbed that cage, on top of that cage, and you could hear Larry Zbyszko go, "No way, no way," and then all of a sudden he flies off the cage on top of both Pillman and Steve Austin. And I thought for a second that was going to win it right there, and they kicked out, and both of them kicked out, and I was like, how in the heck this would just make me mad, because I remember Steve Austin back then wasn't well known because he wasn't Stone Cold. He was, just stunning Steve, and the Hollywood Blondes would make me mad sometimes, because they would bring out that freaking dang stash and just cheat every time they go. But it's just right now I have total respect over Stone Cold. I have total respect over the late Brian Pillman. It's just I didn't even like Brian Pillman with the Four Horsemen. He was so cocky, so crazy. And then he just to the Hart Foundation. Gosh, it's just his own craziness just got to me, man. It just made me get so mad, man. I tell you one thing, Brian Pillman sure knows how to bring heat to a fan. I tell you, even on television. I mean, it's like you want to go through the television and take his freaking throat and strangle the guy. But that's how Brian Pillman. You want to talk about good heel? Brian Pillman sure made a badass heel. And the craziness, today's Dean Ambrose, Dean Ambrose isn't really Brian Pillman right now. He's more of a babyface craziness. He's not the heel craziness. Now, if he was a heel craziness that Brian Pillman was pulling, yeah, I could see that. But Dean Ambrose is not close to Brian Pillman, because Brian Pillman, well, first of all, Brian Pillman, as he started, was a babyface, and he was doing high flying. He was known as Flying Brian, and then later he became crazy. Just saying. Dean Ambrose just came as a Shield member, and wasn't doing any of that, stuff. Probably back in ROH, maybe he was doing high flying more. But like I said, you gotta start off to get noticed. You have to start off in the company to get noticed as the high flying Dean Ambrose. But like I said, I guess that's why you won't get noticed until you're in WWE. Let me go back to Shane Douglas now. Shane Douglas, man, I like Shane Douglas because what he did in TNA, ECW especially. Wow, him and Francine was, he was the champion. He spoke his mind, man. He got out of that little guy, Shane Douglas, little guy, that Steamboat winged him in, and then left the company in WCW. Well, no, he continued WCW and Steve, and he was known as the franchise Shane Douglas. you know, they kind of recognize the franchise, but then you also got Sting as a franchise. You know, no, Sting is not going to be here. You know, he's with WWE. He's going to be a part of Access. You know, we not even be at Access. You know, you never know. You know, but like I said, here's my theory. If there's no way he's on here right now, wouldn't it be something if CM Punk came to WrestleCon and then all of a sudden everybody from Access would just like move out of the building everywhere. King of Indies, all of them came to WrestleCon because of one name, CM Punk. I was just thinking about that. I was kidding with my friend last night about it. I was just thinking about that, you know, just because of CM Punk. Oh man, just one name just kind of, you know, blows your mind, you know. Well, that's what BTW Wrestling is promising to do with Hulk Hogan. Go BTWrestling.com. You'll notice Hulk Hogan's on their site. I guess they're coming up in San Jose too. I guess he's in the Saturday thing with BT Wrestling, and they're hoping that because Hulk Hogan's on their thing, they're hoping that they would pull everybody to their event. So hey, you know what? Hey, BT Wrestling, good luck, man. All for that. You know, I'm not knocking down no dang indie wrestling. I'm sorry, I'm not knocking down no wrestling organization no more. I can knock down WWE all I want, but you know what? At the end of the day, what are you going to be doing? What are you going to be doing Monday night? Click. Watching. Right? So, I can't knock down no organization. You know, because they do their thing, and they're entertaining, and as a wrestling fan, you can't knock no wrestling organization. Because you are a wrestling fan. You know, you can knock all you want about TNA and WWE. You can say, "Oh, this place is the best wrestling I've ever saw," you know. But hey, you know, at the end of the day, you got to realize that you're going to be on TV. Click, watching WWE, TNA, ROH, Lucha Underground. You know, Lucha Extreme too. You know, I DVR Lucha Extreme. I like any kind of wrestling. That's just me, you know. But for me, my number one, you'd be surprised. My number one wrestling organization right now is FSP because it's close here. And Fighting Spirit Pro is my main is what I'm, you know, close with. You know, that's my home. Call it my home because I guess they're my homeboys. You know. And I talk to them all the time, you know. All the wrestlers are from FSP, and I respect them a lot, you know. I hope Fight Spirit Pro does grow as big as BT Wrestling, as NorCal, as you know, all these wrestling organizations I'm gonna mention, like let's go GGP, let's go all the NorCal events up here, you know, APX, PCW, Bushido. You know, Bushido and Stockton, PBW, yeah, Pro Wrestling Bushido. I'm still obligated to go there. Shout out to Bobby Hart. You know, FYE had their home thing coming over with AJ Styles, but they moved it to Brooklyn, and I'm thinking, man, it's a good thing I didn't book no tickets to see AJ Styles versus John Hennigan, or I have to purchase a dang ticket to a flight out to New York City. Oh, but congrats to AJ Styles and John Hennigan John Morrison, for making a cool match on March 11th. I'm still obligated to see that dang YouTube video of it. Let's see, we have, but you know, I'm kind of scoring off because I'm too much involved with how I feel about wrestling. And wrestling, like I said, you know, what's supposed to be the subject when you talk about WrestleCon? It's gonna be wrestling. You know, I could go on for an hour thing. You know, well, shoot, freaking WWE might as well does their thing 30-minute promos. Why can't I just do like an hour promo or something like that? You know, This is Kenneth Erickson. Yeah. And that's the bottom line, because Kenneth Erickson says so. Yeah, right. Let's, if you look around my room, I haven't really completed my room, but I'm working on getting a lot of wrestling stuff up right now in my room right now. So, like, I'm gonna take the picture autographs I have, like The Rock. I do got a Rock, The Rock's autograph. I'm gonna put a wrestling. I got a couple Rock figurines I'm gonna put around it, and I got a couple shirts I'm gonna hang around the wall around it. So yeah, I'm gonna have my own. Each autograph is gonna have its own, figurine. Like a little shrine of each character that I love. Um, yeah, but the problem is I need to get a photos vamped up, like my picture with me and Goldberg, me and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm gonna make a little shrine for that. If what I'm saying, you gotta go to my timeline and look at WrestleFest. Some of my WrestleFest photos. Just go to photos. You'll see WrestleFest. Go to albums, and you'll see WrestleFest in there, And those are the people I met. Bret Hart, of course, I met Bret Hart, who's on here, who I mentioned. So back to Shane Douglas. I've been on an hour with Shane Douglas. So Shane Douglas is going to be there. He'll be a guest for Friday and Saturday. He'll be there all day. And he kind of has this prices for pre-orders are $20 for one autograph or photo op, $30 for two, and $40 for three. He can also mix match these with their other guests with Kevin Sullivan. So Shane Douglas and Kevin Sullivan are kind of in the same mix of autograph prices. So you might be able to take pictures with both of them. I guess they were a tag team a long time ago. I don't remember. Probably back in the early 80s or something like that. Man. Probably way before Shane Douglas, teamed with Steamboat. That's all I remember about Shane Douglas teaming with his, he teamed with John Laurinaitis, wasn't he, with the dudes? Yeah, he was with the dudes, because that was old. I remember, I do got old Glory Days, 1989. It was the dudes against the Shepherd dudes, or what do they call them? Jordan Laurinaitis, they teamed up against Sid Vicious and Dan Spivey as the Skyscrapers. I remember that. Dang, that's a long time ago. Oof, back in the 80s. That's big time wrestling, man. WWE Network, $9.99. So Shane Douglas, TNA, went to TNA. He was in WCW, I think, one time. I'm not sure. But TNA, he was in TNA definitely. I don't know WWE. I don't think he ever made it to WWE. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe there's a video on him in WWE. I don't know. It's just like I did with AJ Styles. There's a video with AJ Styles as a jobber in WWE against Hurricane Helms. But like I said, that's YouTube that sucker. So this Wrestlecon is just so big. I met Robbie E. up there north in the NorCal region. Now we got Jesse Goddard from TNA. Hey, Robbie E and Jesse Goddard, you know, the Bromans, He'll be there. He'll be there Saturday, hopefully. Yeah, Friday and Saturday, people. Yeah. So it's like I said, $25 a piece on his autograph photos. Gunner, TNA, another guy. Friday, Saturday, all day. This is also around $25 a piece. We have Thea Trinidad, aka Rosita. If you guys don't remember when the girls were with the LAX with Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero, I believe, or was it they were with Rosita and Serena. Yeah, too bad they don't got Serena on here, but they got Rosita. She'll be there Saturday. Yeah. Something about the wrestling match. Why don't they put some women wrestling in the mix on the wrestling session? I'd like to see some women wrestling. And we got Jessica Havoc Oh yeah, Jessica Havoc. Havoc from TNA. Boy, that and the return of Awesome Kong. Oh, ho, ho. You want to talk about mark out Karma? Ooh, I think that's the most dominant since China. She's the most dominant female in wrestling today. Is Karma. You know, Havoc came. She was like everybody thought it was. She looked like Winter. It's not Winter. Believe me, it's not Winter. Or China. No, it's not China either. You know. Oh, China looks tech. No, no way. So no. Awesome Kong came in, just dominated her, just freaking just killed her just in the ring. It was just so like it's just like you get these big names coming like they think they're all that like let's say somebody in WWE right now. Let's say who's the upcoming guy? Oh well, let's just pick Seth Rollins because he's just a jerk and you know I'm not gonna put Randy Orton, but let's say Seth Rollins goes in there and no, let's say Rusev. Okay, we know the Rusev's in there. If John Cena wasn't a man, you know who I put in there just because everybody say, well, let's put Brock against him. Well, that'd be cool, Rusev against Brock, but we all know that wasn't going to happen because they're putting Rusev as a mid card. I think Rusev should have been a higher card because of his undefeated streak. Let's let's say if it wasn't John Cena, somebody came back. Let's put Goldberg in there. Ooh, now that's a match. Goldberg versus Rusev in the U.S. title for the second time. Yes, Goldberg was the United States champion, undefeated. So we could have had streak versus streak. Oh, what happened there? We could have had streak versus streak. We could have had Goldberg versus Rusev. Streaks on the line. But, like I said, Goldberg lost. Goldberg left. Goldberg lost to Triple H in that triple threat match. You know what, though? Did he actually lose? Did he actually lose his streak? Oh yeah, he did. SummerSlam. Triple H hit him with the sledgehammer, got the pin. Now, if that didn't happen, and if Goldberg kept on going, and did mess up the storylines between Brock, and Brock wasn't, champion, and then do you think Goldberg would have been? This is the whole thing about WWE. I think they messed up with Goldberg versus Undertaker. I think they should have put, his streak for the WWE undefeated against Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. It would have been streak versus streak right there. Not counting we're not talking about his WCW streak that ended. We're just counting his WWE streak to, Undertaker. But hey, who knows? I would love to see a streak versus streak match. You know, uh, maybe he has a comeback return and just did a whole streak. I don't know. But Goldberg was my number one man. I say was because I don't think he's coming back. And if he does come back, I like to see him come back during WrestleMania 32. Who knows? If Rusev retains, oh my gosh, that would definitely not be good for business if Rusev retains the title at WrestleMania against John Cena. Just saying. I met this guy 3 or 4 times. About 2. Yeah, 3 times. About 3 times. About 2 or 3 times. I'm talking about the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, WWE legend. I'm so sad that his son ain't wrestling in WWE anymore. I think that guy. I think there was some hidden talent in that guy. And if he wasn't a good actor in Marine 2, I don't know what is. I mean, I thought he did great in the Marine 2. I mean, his acting ability was awesome. I think that kid has some acting ability, more acting ability than a wrestler. But the guy had so much talent, and I think he should have stayed with WWE. WWE had to let him go, And I think Ted DiBiase is going to be there Friday only. Yeah. Well, maybe won't see him. But, I do have pictures with me and Ted. Twice. So, I met him good enough. we have a WWE Hall of Famer, Rockin' Robin. She will be there both Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to noon, both days. Well, the problem with that is that I won't be able to meet Rockin' Robin around that time because I promised my friend to meet Bret Hart. So Bret Hart's gonna be there at 11 o'clock. So I mean, I could probably sneak by and try to get $5 autograph and say before she leaves. Because she's only there till noon. You know, maybe I'll just have her while my friend's meeting Bret Hart. Maybe I'll just have her sign it to you know to my friend while he's there. Because there's no way my friend's gonna get out of line of a Bret Hart signature compared to Rockin' Robin. But we'll see how she goes. Oh, by the way, hers is only $5. Which is cool. I think it's cool. I think even though she has been a former, like the very first women's champion in a way, not very first women's champion because you don't know it's Moolah, but on WrestleMania 1, her and Winnie Whitmore and Cyndi Lauper, that was a pretty cool time. So, well, I spit in the face where people don't think I'm cool. Yes, I'm talking about Carlito. Carlito Colon will appear at Wrestlecon. Yes, here's a $10 each, people. Both autographs and photos. And he will be there both Friday and Saturday. Do you think the hair is just too much? I mean, as a figurine, I even got his figurine, and it's just like the wig, the whole. I like it when they call him buckwheat or something. It's just so funny. But Carlito eating the apple and spitting people's faces was just priceless. I think WrestleMania 21, when he got out there with Stone Cold and the Roddy Piper, I think it was just too funny. That's one thing about WrestleMania. They sure know how to do moments, and I hope that they do another WrestleMania moment with the legends like Austin and The Rock and Hogan. I think they should do a Mount Rushmore situation where, okay, you did all three from WrestleMania 30, but maybe you should do another one like put Hogan and Stone Cold and The Rock, and then put put John Cena out there. He was wrestling, but still, he should have been out there in the first place. I mean, that's the four that leads up to what WWE is right now. I know they mentioned John Cena. I know they mentioned Daniel Bryan, but but yeah. As future goes, I see Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler. I see Daniel Bryan more of John Cena, and I see Seth Rollins more of Triple H, and I see Dolph Ziggler as like Shawn Michaels. So put that era, the Attitude Era, in a way. We know Daniel Bryan might be turning heel. I like to see Daniel Bryan kind of put out like a little get mad vibe and say stuff that are like come out and just like forget the authority, forget all the crap. I'm gonna do my own thing. But hey, you know what? I don't think there's ever gonna be another Stone Cold. I think Stone Cold is just. I think they should just keep the Attitude Era out of the whole scenario of WWE and just continue on what it is, because the kids now these days aren't worrying about the Attitude Era. They don't even remember the Attitude Era. So why would they want to try to remember that time when right now they're focusing on John Cena being the hero, and it's just like the Hogan era. Hulk Hogan doing for the kids, and doing more for the kids and the adults. So I did post up on my Facebook that is John Cena already heel? Is already a heel? Of course he is, because he's getting booed by adults. He's already a heel. So, and he's already a babyface because he's getting cheered by kids. There you go. Does he have to be exactly a heel? Does he have to be exactly a babyface? The dude's already over. The dude's been way over. So, and John Cena can do whatever he freaking wants. Okay? He's respected by millions of fans. He's respected by the donations of the Wish Foundation. He's breaking records with that foundation. He's a cool person in person. I met him. I got his autograph. He's pretty cool. You know, well respected. You know, I wouldn't mess with the guy if I was you. Damn, hold his freaking hand, and freaking his arm was just like almost looking like freaking Hulk Hogan's. I'm like, dang, dude, you really work out. His bicep was looking like 5 times more than my freaking arm itself. See, my arm? Yeah, I wouldn't mess with the guy, dude. I'll kick your ass. I don't care. Chris Mordetsky. What's up with people? What's up with these people putting their real names out like that? You know, we all know it's Chris Masters. Masterpiece Chris Masters will be there. You know, back then, the wrestlers had to secure their real names because of, you know, yeah, back then, way back in the 80s, you probably could get away with it today, but you definitely couldn't get away with it back in the times when there was anarchy against the wrestlers. Oh my gosh. Especially that fake stuff when they say wrestlers are fake. You had to protect your identity. And this gives me an example, you know, why Wrestlecon is putting out their real names. You know, I don't think they should. I think that's just disrespectful. Not unless they got permission. I could see it that way, but I don't know. Might be. That's just my opinion. Okay. Chris Masters will be there Friday and Saturday. $10 each for that guy. So that means one autograph, $10. One autograph, photo op, $10. So yeah. I don't know too much information about Freight Train because Freight Train is going to be there. I may have to do this video because I'm over here leaning such like this that I'm just not realizing. Freight Train will be there. I don't recognize him. He looks like, man, I can tell he's kind of a Bam Bam Bigelow fan because he's wearing this firing looking thing on him. I don't know. I don't remember him. Is he indie wrestling? SW? I don't know that belt. It says number 5 on it. I don't know. His is cheap. His is very cheap. $5 a piece. You know, which is good. I'm not down the guy because his autographs are cheap. I'm just saying for you guys who can't afford, you know, going out there and can't really afford, you know, autographs. It gives you an opportunity to meet some people who are actually around your area, around your income, you know. Oh, I'm so excited about this guy. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. Believe me, you go ahead and stream Bloodstain ROH from these stream sites that you go to. You look like Kick-Ass Torrent, Pirate Bay. As long as you use it for your own personal thing, don't do it as a copy. There's a match where in ROH where Abyss, Matt Sydal, Roderick Strong, and some other guys were in the steel cage, and this lady comes out, one of the manager ladies come out and say that was getting revenge on this black guy that was going around the ring. And then all of a sudden you hear Jack Evans come into the ring, and I'm thinking, who in the hell is Jack Evans? And then all of a sudden, this kid climbs all the way to the top of the cage, and you have like 6 wrestlers laid out on the floor. Now remember, there is no padding on this floor, which means It's everything goes, man. It's like landing on concrete, but it's like a gym, like like a baseball. It's like a basketball, like you go, gym situation. And you got that hardwood floor. Well, this guy does a freaking double backflip moonsault off the top of the cage, and literally lands on his freaking head. And you want to talk about crazy? You look up Jack Evans hits his head, and you'll see one scene where he's does a double back moonsault off the ropes on the outside, and he'll land right on his head. I am telling you, man, if I see this guy do that at the wrestling event, which he will be at the wrestling event, because he's in a match, and I will mention that at the end of this official guest thing. But yeah, Jack Evans, ROH. Also was a TNA gut check. The guy actually performs a 640 flip. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 640 flip. We're not talking about 360. We're not talking about 450. We're talking about the awesome 640. 3 flips and 1 move. That right there is as much as if I had to put if AJ Styles is not there, I'd give Jack Evans my number 1 too, because he's up there with AJ big time. As my number 1 pick. I'm sorry, when I see somebody who does moves that I've never seen before, I'll put him up there. I'll even put Pretty Williams up there with that dang flipping power driver. Anybody in the X Division series, anybody in ROH that does these remarkable moves, they deserve to be top wrestlers, like John Cena, like Brock Lesnar, like oh, but they're not as big as Brock Lesnar. Oh, they're not as big. Dude, the heavyweights. It doesn't matter about heavyweights. Heavyweights can have a heavyweight title. These guys can have like a superstar persona of high flying title. That's what amazes me. The high flying. I don't care about how big a guy is. I don't care how dominant a guy is. I want to see moves. I want to see catches your eyes type moments. And saying holy shit, just that type of stuff that catches your eye. Just it's awesome. And Jack Evans is definitely gonna be there, and his autographs are $10 each. And you think I'm not gonna get an autograph from him? Yeah, right. And a pick? Yep. I just wish I had a figurine and a shirt. I don't know who Errol Star is. He'll be there though. He's wrestling against Jack Evans in a 3-way. But his is $10 each, $10 each. But YouTube that guy. I have to YouTube that guy. I'm not much. I'm just barely catching up to indies. With the indies wrestling. It's new to me, and I like new. I don't like old crap. No offense, just I want new. Tommaso Ciampa from Ring of Honor. This guy is freaking. He's a freak to me, man. He's out there. And he'll be on Saturday. And he'll wrestle that night. So he's the last guy, people. He's the last guy on the official guest list right now. Check on it every day. Probably in the morning and sometimes at night, probably. You may never know what they're going to add. There might be more added to this. So, note to myself, if this ain't good, redo it. I say that. If you guys have comments, please comment on here. Or Facebook me. Don't be afraid. And if I do post this on Facebook, do remind me to, how it was. I might share this. See how my rating went. I don't know if I'm sorry, I'm hesitating. Oh, okay, I'm just checking on my Cyberlink UCam. That's the program I'm using. So yeah, check this out. I'm gonna go to. Okay, those are the official guest list on Wrestlecon.com. Visit www.wrestlecon.com and order your tickets. The wrestling show itself is sold out online, but hopefully it says all tickets are sold out for $31. Funny. I wonder what that. Well, I'm wondering about the $40. So don't. And if you're planning to come up, do come up on Saturday. I like to see. I like to see a lot of people come Saturday because that'd be cool. Some of my friends that might show up. I'm not. WrestleCon isn't my number one. Isn't. I'm not really promoting WrestleCon a lot. I'm just saying this is a big event that I'm willing to go to, that I'm wanting to go to. The one I really want to promote is FSP. I'm not a promoter. I want to, get the word out that Fight Spirit Pro Wrestling over here in the Valley is my number one pro wrestling show that I see all the time. So check it out, www.fightspiritpro.com. We are having a pay-per-view or event on April 10th called Defiance. Do come check us out. Cool indie guys like Jeff Cobb, Idris Jackson, Marcus Lewis. We have, we got a former TNA knockout, Christina Von Airy. And it's going to be exciting on April 10th at FightSpiritPro.com. And go to your tickets from there. I'd like to get that word out. And JP, if you're listening, contact me. If you're watching, just contact that and look at the number for that site online. And it's supposed to be a great show. And if you love wrestling, man, I would not miss out on the show and plus it's worth going. $20 for front row seats, for $15 for general admission, and you'll have a blast. It's one of a kind wrestling that I love going to every month. Gives me an opportunity, and you get to meet the wrestlers during intermission, and the wrestlers are awesome. Come to you, they sell autographs, they'll take photos with you. It's an amazing event. Nothing else on the planet that you'll ever have. But that's my passion, is wrestling. Okay, so those are tickets. General admission Friday, $31. If you want the super ticket pass, like I said earlier, it's $250. So it's up to you. You get to get free autographs from most of the wrestlers if you purchase that pass. But the only problem is that that's $250 a piece each day, which means it's $250 on Friday, and it's another $250 on March 24th. So, Friday, March 27th is $250, and Saturday, Fast Pass is $250. So you're looking at $500. I think. Yeah, $500 total for each day, if you want to stay the weekend. General admission for Friday online is $31. Now, general admission for Saturday moved up. It's now $40. So, it moved up now. Don't know why it moved up, it just did. I think they ran out of the $31 entry fee. Now it's $40 entry fee. So that'll be session 2 on Saturday, which I already got. I got the $31. Like I said, the wrestling tickets are all sold out for the Session 3, which is the wrestling event. But hopefully, if I'm not too sure, I think there is more tickets for the wrestling show if you go to walk up in the walk up line, and they can guarantee you getting in. I think it's just for the first 8 rows. I'm not too sure, people. Just go to Wrestlecon, go to contacts, submit your email, and get contact information and get some confirmation to see if there are tickets left for the wrestling event on March 28th. Speaking of the event, oh, there's a FAQ. What the? Are there going to be any more tickets available in session? Oh, here we go. Question: are there going to be any more tickets available in session 3? Answer: no, it's sold out, and there will not be any more seats available. Oh, there goes my question. Well, sorry, folks. I guess there will not be no wrestling tickets. But the meet and greet, if you guys plan on going, get the meet and greet. It's still there. Are there in and out privileges during the session? Answer: yes. Once you receive your session wristband, you can go in and out during the session. Oh, which is cool. Oh wow, kids 3 and under are free. Wow. They say absolutely. Okay, question: can I buy tickets for autographs and photo ops at the show instead of ordering online? Answer: absolutely. However, we encourage everybody to bring cash if you choose not to pre-order. Not every vendor has the ability to take credit cards at the event, and there will not be ATMs on the property. Additionally, a lot of vendors are giving deals to online ordering that are not available at the door. So please pay attention. How many people can be in one photo op? Can 2 or more people be in one photo op? That depends on the rules of that particular vendor. For Wrestlecon guests, we allow up to 2 adults in one photo op for general admission attendance. However, vendors are allowed to set their own rules for their particular guests, and you'll want to check directly with the vendor if that is a question for you. Are you mailing tickets? No, everything is now electronic. For any tickets sold on the Wrestlecon's website, we use Eventbrite. They provide you with a barcode ticket that you need to print out, and we will scan for you at that event. And then what time is going to be signing on each day, and what are the prices? Answer: we post on an individual bio page for each and every wrestler online with their information that is given to us. We ask the vendors to let us know when to add information. Unfortunately, not all vendors do a great job giving us that information. So that's the FAQ right now. If you want to get more questions answered, just go to contact, and as I click on it, it's you'll put your name, your email address, the subject you're talking about, and leave a message, and then you submit it, and hopefully they will send you an email back to answer your question. So, well, let's go to session 3, people. As you know, session 3 is all sold out, so anybody who's already got the tickets, I want to go ahead and say this: whoever didn't get the tickets, like James Storm said, sorry about your damn luck. So, we have the main. Okay, let's go down further here. We have just 2 matches that I haven't announced from the last. Actually, probably more. I didn't say. We have World's Dudest Tag Team versus World's Cutest Tag Team. I can't really say who the 2 on the left side, but I know the other side is Candice LeRae and Joey Ryan are definitely being there. We have a 3-way. The Man That Defied Gravity. Huh. Okay. We have the Man That Defies Gravity match, which means out of these 3 guys who were supposedly the best high flyer guys in wrestling history, well, I picked my pick is Jack Evans, because Jack Evans versus Errol Starr, who I never saw, or Andrew Deverett, who I think I saw in ROH a long time ago, are going to be there. Then we have a 6-man tag team match. Jushin Thunder Liger, Ricochet, and R. Fox versus Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, and Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong joining the Addiction. Wow, that's gonna be an exciting match. And this is gonna be the first time I've ever seen Jushin Thunder Liger wrestle. I mean, this is just like Jack Evans. I'm so excited for this event. If you remember my other cast, my YouTube videos, I may have mentioned some of these guys, so just bear with me. We have a 5x5 captain's pick matches. We have Colt Cabana, Team Funny, Brawls Money, versus Chris Hero. Team Chris Hero ain't nothing to with. Yeah. Kind of keep the language down, people. How about F with? Okay. Oh man, I have so much opinionated on ACH. I have too much opinions on ACH. I just don't like. Nah. Oh gosh. Guy to me is he's too much of a show off. Copies people's moves. That's one thing I care for him. But I love to see it when he goes against John Morrison. That's coming up. And then we got the main event. Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Rob Van Dam and Sabu. So yeah, we haven't mentioned that. If you guys are looking at the site, wrestlers confirmed for the Wrestlecon live wrestling event include, these are the guys that are not in matches yet. I'm pretty sure that Wrestlecon will have these matches up by the end to put these guys in matches. We have the Dudley Boys. We have Matt Sydal, formerly known as Evan Bourne, Brian Myers, Big Reich, Tommy Dreamer, Abyss, Samoa Joe, James Storm, Matt Striker, Tommaso Ciampa, Cedric Alexander, Jake Manning, and the Disco Inferno. So those are the names right now on there. Hopefully by the end of this week we'll get more names, and I want to say thank you for listening to this YouTube video. Whoever comments, send me a shout out, and I will reply. You can find me on Facebook at Kenneth Erickson on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at Kenneth Erickson on Twitter. There's a lot of links here I prefer you go to, like Amazon.com, confirmed with all the podcasts that I mentioned. Any of these podcasts I mentioned, make sure that you shop, because there's a link to each one of these podcasts that helps these guys on the podcast keep their podcast going. And the reason why I'm so addicted with these podcasts is because they talk to these wrestlers that you have never heard of. Like go to Steve Austin's show on Thursdays, and then Steve Austin's Unleashed on Thursday. And listen to those podcasts. I mean, there's a lot of episodes. If you want to see current episodes, go all the way down the list and see more, and go all the way to one and work your way up, and you listen to all these. You don't really have to go one by one. You can pick whoever you want. Who you want to see, who inspired you as a wrestling fan. These guys talk to them one on one, and their travels as a wrestler. Get to behind the look. Of like Steve Austin talks to Paul Heyman, how he was fired, and Paul Heyman gave him the chance, and Eric Bischoff, talks to Kevin Nash, on their road trips. He talks to Mike Foley on their road trips. He talks to a lot of legends too. Sometimes, he just talked to Danny Davis and so check out Steve Austin's show. He was always be the rattlesnake. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Check out his show. go to at podcast1.com. You know, if you want to tweet Stone Cold Steve Austin, go to at Steve Austin BSR on Twitter. And I think he only got the Twitter account, people. I don't think he's a Facebook guy. Um, and then you'll go to, there's another guy who I really consider my all-time favorite wrestler of all time in MMA. Because he was undefeated. No, I'm not talking about Undertaker. I'm sorry, WrestleMania undefeated streak, maybe a one-time deal, but I don't call that a winning streak. I don't call that an undefeated streak. I call an undefeated streak working your ass every day, defending that streak every week. Now that's an undefeated streak. You know. And this guy is who's next with Bill Goldberg. Who's next with Goldberg? And if you don't, Goldberg ain't just all about wrestling. He's all about football, sports. His time off from from wrestling. He talks to great NFL guys like he'll talk to Monster Truck Ace Tom Meents just now. CT Retcher, Green Bay Packer AJ Hawk. He had Mr. Anderson from TNA on there. He had King Mo. X Games, UFC Hall of Famer Royce Gracie, NFL Hall of Famer quarterback Jim Kelly. I'm just going down a list on what he has on here. Josh Barnett, heavyweight champ. UFC fighters too. Steve Austin has a couple UFC fighters on his, but Goldberg has a lot. So, want to know more about Goldberg out of his time? Check him out. Who cannot remember the legend Roddy Piper? I mean, come on, Piper's Pit, podcast 1. He talks to his former buddies back in the day. He'll talk to Jim Ross, Jim Andre. He'll talk to Shawn Michaels. He'll talk to Jake the Snake. He'll talk to Diamond Dallas Page. He'll have a Stone Cold Steve Austin moment. Bruce Bar Beefcake and Jimmy Snuka was on his podcast. Jeff Hardy was on the podcast. Samoa Joe was on the podcast. Mr. Anderson was on the podcast. Just names. I'm just reading names from their podcast. I'm just looking right here, people. And Talk is Jericho. Talk is Jericho. He'll get wrestlers on there, but mostly he'll talk to guys outside of the wrestling organization. He'll get some rock and roll type people. He's heavy metal, man. Funny thing, he had a porn star on here. Adult film star Stormy Daniels. This is the last guy he talked to. Just off the wall guys talk to Jericho. And of course, the Hall of Famer, one of the greatest announcers of all time. So, Ross Report, Jim Ross, man. Jim Ross, he just had Jim Cornette on here. I'm going to probably listen to that in a minute. But, JR, man, who doesn't want to listen to him? He had his time in ROH with Jeff Jarrett's company, Global Force. They went to that Wrestle Kingdom 9, he'll talk about it. Now, that is a definite event you need to check out, Wrestle Kingdom 9. If you ever find it on pay-per-view or stream it, or if you... Now, New Japan Wrestling is my new hottest thing, too, as watching on TV, it's that's what made me an ageist, that's what made me start watching, all the new Japanese guys like Okada and Horishi. It's so hard to name them because I'm not much Japanese speaking, but it's just they do something so remarkable in the ring that just blows my mind, And I like to see a lot of Japanese wrestlers come out here in California and wrestle for our indie promotions like my FSP, or I like to see that, or or just anywhere now around here. It just gives me opportunity to go see them. I mean, I like Japanese wrestling. It's so amazing, and a lot of respect. Like the Great Muta, Geez, I can't really get into a lot of Japanese names because it's just like I'm barely watching them. Um, Barely means I'm just starting to watch them. Of course, the Bullet Club, AJ Styles, the man, to me. But these podcasts, like John Ross, man, he was out there and he did a great. He was so awesome with Mike Striker at Wrestle Kingdom 9 that I wish they could do another one. I wish Jim Ross could do another tour out there again, commentating. If Jeff Jarrett was smart, I would hire Jim Ross to do his commentating for his Global Force Wrestling. Hire Jim Ross, to come out for Global Force. That would be so freaking awesome. Take something WWE had and make Jim Ross more out there, and give him a good schedule. Give Jim Ross a great schedule. Like he doesn't have to go out there and commentate with a Global Force more than once a month. Let him, because Jim Ross is busy with his podcast. He's retired. We know he's getting up there in age, but nothing's gonna keep Jim Ross down. I mean, he's so respected. I love to meet Jim Ross, but like I said, man, Jeff Jarrett was smart. I would hire Jim Ross as his commentator for these New Japan Wrestling companies and stuff. And there's another name, Jeff Jarrett, man. I wish he could be at the Wrestlecon. Get his name. But I heard there's a rumor. I heard that in May, up here in Chowchilla, for anybody who's around here, Jeff Jarrett, along with Carlito and some other wrestlers, are gonna be in Chowchilla May 21st, 14th, or something like that. I think it was May 14th. He's gonna be out there wrestling and bringing his Global Force. Man, can you imagine? Can you believe that Jeff Jarrett just a town away? I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, there's questions I like to ask Jeff. So I'd like to see him wrestle. So yeah, this is my YouTube video updated. I'm gonna take a look at it, note to myself, and send some comments if I ever post this. Send some comments about what you think about the, like I said, about the Chris Benoit situation, the Kevin Sullivan rumor, the so-called false rumor that Kevin Sullivan went in there and killed off Chris Benoit's family and made it look like I don't think it. No, that's not right. It was on the internet a long time ago. I found it, and it's not true, people. Don't see anything on the internet that's not real unless you know it's real. Um, Wrestling is my passion. Wrestling is what I grew up on since Hulk Hogan. I watched WrestleMania 2 at my neighbor's house when I was 6 years old. That's when Hulk Hogan was, WrestleMania 2, man. That was the first WrestleMania I watched. I didn't really get to watch WrestleMania 1 because I did now. It's easily now. But I just remember from that time watching Hulk Hogan all the way up. I've been a wrestling fan since. I've been to Arc Arena 5 or 6 times. First time I went to Arc Arena in Sacramento was when I saw Macho Man Randy Savage in a steel cage match against the Hockey Talk Band. He had Elizabeth there. I remember the Bees, I remember some old, man, but I was in the back. They didn't, at the time, I don't think they had bleachers on top. I don't know. I was in the back, like you were like sent back. I don't know. Maybe I was just little to recognize how the seatings were. Maybe it's just, I was probably in the high bleachers. Probably in the, cheap seats, looking down. But I do remember that steel cage match. And then I went to then my next one was the Royal Rumble 1993 with the, after kind of fading off, I didn't get to go to wrestling events after that, It took me a couple years, then we finally went to another one in Arco Arena, 1993 Royal Rumble. That was at the Yokozuna, of course. Then I went to, the 98 Royal Rumble in San Jose. And then a couple Raw events after that, raw event in Sacramento, raw event in Fresno. You know, just it was amazing. But it's just that I wasn't seated all the way. I never got to get a close ring until I went to Fighting Spirit Pro. Or actually, Wrestle Fan Fest 2007 actually is when I got close to the ring for the first time. And then I started finding out that my friend told me about Fighting Spirit Pro over here, and he said, "Man, you gotta come and check this out." So I did, and Fighting Spirit Pro, I've been going ever since. And I love. You get me to a wrestling event, I'll love it for the death I die, man. Day I die, I tell you. I will not. I will not. Like I said, I will not. I can't knock any kind of wrestling off because I want to go to each one. That's my opinion. So comment, people, below, and I will see you next time.